Okay guys, let us see about class and object in C++. Class and object in C++. So as I said to you yesterday in yesterday's session, what is a class? A class is used to specify the type of an object or what type of object you want to create. For that purpose, you need to specify the class. You need to specify the class. The type of, if you create the class of the student, I'm telling the example. Once you create the class of type of student, you will get the type. You will get the student type object. You will get the student type object, but you won't get the object of faculties. Are you getting? Because that student class contains the attributes of type students and also the operations or behavior performed by the students only. Okay, and what is the purpose of class? How can you create the class? Or you can call a class is a class is used to combine the data representations. Data representation in the form of, you can call attributes. You can call attributes, and here you can call methods in the form of operations, as I said to you yesterday. Okay, a class is used to combine the attributes, or you can call it data representations, and also methods or operations for manipulating that data into a group. That for manipulating the data into a group, I want to make a group. What is that group, guys? A class. A class is the best place to combine your attributes and your methods, or you can call functions. So data and functions within a class are called as members of the class. So what are the members of the class, guys? You can call attributes, you can call constructors, you can call functions. What are the members of the class? Data, or instead of data you can call the attributes, as well as functions also called as operations. Now let us see about class definitions. What is the meaning of class definition, guys? Or what is the need to define the class? Definitely you want to create the object. Definitely you want to create the objects. To create the objects of that type of data, or that category of data, in that case you need to create the object, or you can call to define a true copy, or you can call blueprint 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 for a data type. Here data type is nothing but a class. Okay, or you can call category, class or category. Next up, actually when you define the class, that class itself tells that class name itself itself tells tells that tells that tells that it consists of it consists of it consists of data, what data it consists of, what data it consists of, and also what operations, and what are the operations are present, what are the operations need to be present. Okay, what are the operations need to be present on created object, of that class, Okay guys, so how can I define the class? So let me go for the syntax for class definitions, guys. So here I have to use the syntax called class. Okay, I have to use the keyword called class. Class is a keyword, then followed by class name. The class body starts with the opening and closing curly brace. This is the opening and closing curly brace. Within the body, what I can define within the body I can define. So here I'm using public. I already know what is public. So public is access specifier. Then followed by. So instead of using public, let me use here access specifier. Access underscore specifier. Or some people call as access modifier. Then followed by data type. Then variable name. Variable name 1. So followed by, you can give n number of variable name. You can create n number of variable names. Okay. Control Z. So variable 3. Okay. Then you can go for again access specifier. Then you can go for again access specifier. Then you can go for return type. return type, return type, return type, then function name, or you can call method name, then list of parameter if any, params if any, this is the syntax guys, I'm explaining about the syntax, then semicolon. Okay, there might be, or you can go for this is function declarations, or you can call method declarations. Even you can define the methods within the class also. So this is the body. Okay, method name, or you can call method name. This is method name 2, and here function method body of the functions. Also class can contain the constructors, access specifier, colon constructor. Okay, constructor of the class, fine. Then constructor body. I already know what these all are, but you need to keep attention. So the body of the constructor, this is the body of the constructor guys. So this is the class syntax, so providing this, it's optional part, so I'm making here it's optional. So I'm writing what are the parts are optional. Actually all are optional guys, be frankly speaking, all are optional. You can create empty class also, but class normally contains a class keyword, followed by you need to give the class name. Class body contains constructor body, or even you can define the constructor body outside of the class. Then you need to define the data members, you need to declare or you need to initialize the data members, and then followed by the different types of functions, and class ends with a semicolon. So here is my semicolon. Keep in mind, here I mentioned semicolon. So what are the parts of the class contains? So definition. So here look, just pay attention guys. Definition of the class starts with the keyword by using the keyword class. So just observe here, I am highlighting my cursor here. I am rotating my cursor on the highlighted word, that is class, followed by the class name. So this class name may be any name or valid identifier name you can call, followed by the class body. So this is the class body, up to here the class body. Okay, then class body must be enclosed within the opening curly brace and ends with a closing curly brace, and class body ends with a semicolon. Class body may contains constructors, access specifiers with the data members, access specifiers with the number of methods. So here I declare a method. This is method declarations, and this is a method definition. So means you can declare a method, as well as you can define the methods. Declared methods you can define outside of the class also. Declared constructor you can define outside of the class also. Here I am using the term called define the constructor or define the method outside of the class. Means writing the body of that constructor or writing the body of that method outside of the class, but not within the opening and closing curly brace of the class. Okay. Sorry, within the opening and closing curly brace of the class. Okay guys, I hope you are clear about the syntax. Avadut, are you clear? Bhumika, understood the constructor? Once again, okay, fine. It's a syntax guys, it's a rule. What is the syntax to create the class? Just first of all pay attention. Before creating a class, you need to use the keyword called class. You need to create the keyword called class. Then followed by any name. Suppose I want to create the class called student. So here is the student. Now the body of the class should start opening and closing curly brace. So start with the opening and end with the closing curly brace. After closing curly brace, you need to give the semicolon here. Then what body contains? Body may contain constructor, may not contain constructor guys. Okay. Actually you can create empty body of the class also. But what is the use of creating empty body of the class? काय करणार तुम्ही रिकाम्या बॉडीचा क्लास घेऊन? मी स्टुडंट क्लास तयार केला. If I create a class called student and there is no constructor, there is no data members, there are no variables, there are no functions or methods, what is the use of creating? There is no use. So it is recommended to use, you recommend to use its appropriate data members and its appropriate operations or behaviors, or you can call methods. So class may contain constructor or may not contain constructor, but you need to just pay patience, guys. Wait, I will explain what the constructor is when the time comes. I will explain, but you need to keep patience. Okay, one by one. So class may contain constructor, may not contain constructor, guys. But by default, you will get one default constructor. Either you create or don't create, you will get the constructor. How comes, when comes, keep patience. I will explain. Not now. Just understand the syntax first. Class contain the data members. Now I created constructor. Sorry, I created the class. I created a class for student. What are the data members of the student? Student name, student roll number, student academic year, student semester, student branch, then student fees. Are you getting, guys? Student semester. So these are the data members. Okay. What is specifier? I'll explain. Public, private, protected are there. Okay, fine. What are the operations student can do? What student can do? What is the behavior of students? What student can do, guys? student can attend the theory classes. Student can attend the exam. Student can attend the practicals. Student can collect the book from the library. Student can submit the book to library. Return the book to the library. Student need to pay the college fees. Okay, student can attend the traveling. Student can go to industry visits. Are you getting, guys? These are the operations. But here you will get some confusion or ambiguity, guys. So here I defined the one method. Sorry, here I declared one method without body. Without body. Is any bodies there, guys, for method 1? Return type method 1. No body. Just I end with the semicolon, right? Okay. But if you look at the method, method 2, method name 2, it has the body. It has the body. Means you can declare the method within the class and you can define the body outside of the class. You can define the body here. Here is the body of the method. Okay, body method or method body. Okay, understood? Outside of the class. Similarly, here I can declare the constructor. Here I can declare the constructor, and you can define the body. You can define the constructor body outside of the class. So that's what I said. Time being, first understand the syntax. I will go for the examples, various examples. Just pay attention. Understood now? Okay, guys. Don't get confused. If you have any doubt, please ask me. I'll explain. It's easy. Just you should know syntaxes at initial beginner level. So, guys, let me add some note point. Let me add note point about these explanations. So, a class definition starts with. Tell me, starts with the keyword. Tell me which keyword? Avadut. Class. Okay. Followed by what? Very good. Followed by the class name. If any spelling mistake, guys, please excuse. Then, and the body of the class name. Tell me, then body of the class, or you can call the class body. The class body enclosed by. Tell me, guys. Class body enclosed by a pair of curly brace. This is the curly brace, guys. This is the curly brace, right? This is the curly brace. Okay, curly braces. Fine. Then what is the class definition? A class definition must be followed by I can call here a semicolon. Must be followed by semicolon or a list of declarations. Okay, fine, guys. List of declarations. Okay, fine. Let me create a class. Guys. I think what the problem with my internet? Data connection. Oh. No internet access. Why internet not coming?